Hi everyone, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you're new here, my name is Stephanie and I cover oily skin, hooded eyes, and beauty. So in this video, we're gonna see if the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Concealer is oily skin approved, but first, let's read the benefits. This concealer claims to be a hydrating, full coverage, and weightless formula, and it also claims to be long-wearing while concealing imperfections and smooths and sculpts skin for a natural-looking coverage. I tested this out for 10 hours, but let's go ahead and talk about my first impressions and then we'll talk about how it wore at the end of the day. I started by putting just one dot of concealer under both eyes because a little does go a long way. And I did notice that the formula has a very thick consistency, but it feels pretty thin on the skin, which is really nice. Now, this is buildable, but up to a medium coverage, at least for me. I did see a few reviews and a lot of people got it up to a full coverage, but I do have really dark under eye circles and I feel like I'm just gonna have to use a color corrector to get that sort of coverage. Now with just one layer, you can apply this with either a damp sponge or a brush. It applies and blends beautifully, but if you're someone who needs another layer, you're better off just using a damp sponge because the consistency is pretty thick, so if you do use a brush, it'll get streaky and it just doesn't blend out seamlessly like a damp sponge does. So this formula isn't too hydrating, but it's not matte. I feel like it has the perfect balance. And it pairs well with the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Loose Setting Powder, which I absolutely love. So I blended the concealer out on the right side with a damp sponge, and I also tested out the baking process, while on the left side, I blended it out with a brush and did just a light setting to see which one I liked better. So after the 10-hour wear, I had no fading on either side. I did have just a little bit of creasing on the side where I baked, but you could barely see it. You can only see it if I were to like stretch out my skin, but really it looked great. Now I did have quite a bit of creasing on the side where I did just a light setting, but really it's nothing that can't be fixed with just a little bit of touch up. Overall, I do think it's a pretty good concealer, and even though I didn't get the coverage that the concealer claimed to give me, I do still think that it's oily skin approved. And if you really like Too Faced products and you don't mind splurging on a $30 concealer, then definitely go for it. But if you are looking for a deal, I will link a video right up here on a video that I did for the Maybelline Instant Age Rewinder, because I do think that this could be a dupe for the Too Faced concealer. Let me know down in the comments below if you have tried either of these and which ones you prefer, or just let me know what your favorite concealer is, whether it's high-end or drugstore. And if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Thank you guys so much. Bye.